A lot of the Funko NFT physical pops have been arriving, and we have another set to share today, so let's go to get this one started. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time on this channel and enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Today's video, we have another set of Funko physical pops from the NFT collection. This is a set that I'm really excited for. A lot of people were not excited when this drop did happen. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe this drop sold out pack-wise. I can't remember exactly, but I might be wrong. I know for sure House of the Dragon did not sell out. Can't remember for Game of Thrones, but I love this show and I have most of the pops for the show. Oh man, I'm a huge fan. So, as you guys see, this box does have some corner damage here, so hopefully our pops are okay. And I'm a little nervous because I know a lot of you have already seen Funko NFTs. Sometimes they do not come in great condition because they don't ship them out with the best care possible. I honestly will say it again, I just wish Funko and Drop would work on getting this shipped out with protectors. I would be more than happy to pay extra for that. Like if they charge me an extra $5 per pop that I redeem, I'll be more than happy to pay it as long as I know for sure they will arrive mint, no damage. But you know, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the way they ship these, but as you guys can see, they arrive in a little box like this, and it is not the best protection possible for these Funko Pops, especially considering how long the wait is for these, and a lot of people do spend hundreds, thousands, including myself, for Funko NFTs. So let's see what we have inside our first box over here. Okay. Oh, we'll just take a look at this one first. Okay, first up we have the many-faced Arya Stark. This is one of the legendaries in the set, and it looks amazing. How many pieces? I think 2,700. Yeah, 2,700 pieces. Such an awesome pop. There's a lot of Arya pops already, but this is definitely a great one to add to the collection. Here's the backside where you guys can see the NFT. That is actually the card for this legendary pop. If you got that card, you would receive a token to redeem it. Or maybe you guys didn't even open up packs. You could buy the card or even just a token before redemption ends, and you could redeem it for this specific pop. This looks great. Next one, we already have a pop of this character as well, but this one looks much better in my opinion. We have the Hound Beyond the Wall. Check that out. Really awesome looking pop. Now the only thing I could say right away, which I have already seen people mention online, you can see right there that it has red instead of brown, as you guys can see on the box, which is kind of weird, but you know what, overall still absolutely love this pop. Still a really cool one. I cannot wait to check it out outside of the box. There's the backside. You guys can see the actual card for this pop. Really awesome. This looks fantastic. The last one inside this box is, of course, the grail for the collection. We have the Nearest. This is limited to 999 pieces. And once again, we do have a couple of pops of her already, but this is a really great one. And I believe she has a really high value right now. So I don't know. I think the value will continue to rise. Right now, once people get her, and if they don't want to keep her, there will be a lot of undercutting happening. So if you guys do want these pops, any of these in fact, just wait a little bit, and then once you notice that a lot of them are starting to sell really quick, that's when you should purchase before the prices slowly go back up again. This is definitely one that I do see going up in value in the future because it's the Nearest, it's Game of Thrones. She's definitely one of the most loved characters from the show, and it is limited to 999 pieces, so definitely an awesome pop. I absolutely love it. Here's the backside where you guys can see the card for the Grail. I was lucky enough to pull all of these pops that we will be taking a look at today. So let me just put these in front real quick. We do have another box as well. So this box has no damage at all. So hopefully everything in here looks good again. Luckily, our first box, everything was still in good shape considering that corner damage it had. So I guess even though these boxes they do ship them in are not the best, it still does its job for the most part as long as it is handled with care during shipment. So My main issue with these boxes is sometimes they ship them and you receive it open like this because they didn't close it properly during shipment. So that's my only issue with these. Other than that, if you make sure they're closed properly, it does its job. Okay. So inside this box, oh, it's smaller. So I think we only have 4 pops inside the second box. Yeah, should be just 4 this time. Let's see what we have inside our first sorter over here. All right, so this is the Royalty Pop, which unfortunately was not a Freddy Funko, which I was really hoping for a Freddy Funko from Game of Thrones. Same thing happened with House of the Dragon. We did not have a Freddy, which is odd. Wonder if it's a licensing issue or something like that. Because I know we have 2 Freddy Funkos that exist. A Freddy Funko as a Lannister, and then a Freddy Funko as the White Walker or Night King. I can't remember exactly which. But here's the royalty for this set. Limited to 4,500. We have Jon Snow as a wildling. This is a really good one. And I was lucky enough to have 2 royalty sets completed for this set. And of course, it is a pretty high limited edition count. So at a limited 4,500 count, not being a Freddy Funko, currently this one has like an $80 to $100 value. But it is Jon Snow, and I know they're going to have a Jon Snow show in the future. So I'll probably hold on to my extra until that happens, because I personally have said this many times. I feel like the values on Funko NFTs are just barely getting started, because it's been around for I think 2 years now. I might be wrong, maybe almost 2 years, but I think it's been 2 years now. And honestly, they are starting to go up in value for the older first releases like the TMNT, Nickelodeon Series 1, and a few others. I can't remember off the top of my head right now because there's been quite a lot of drops already, but I do have a big feeling that there will be potential big values, especially on the popular ones. All right, this next box we have, first one is Jaime Lannister with the gold hand, another legendary, which is limited to 2,700 pieces again. And I love this pop. He looks fantastic. What an awesome one. So something, once again, people have already mentioned on the web. The backside with the card has incorrect spelling for his name. It is spelled wrong in that one. So here's the right side right here. That's how you're supposed to spell it. Still love the pop, and at least the front side is spelled correctly. And then the last legendary in the set, we have Jaqen H'ghar. Check that out right there. That is awesome. I absolutely love it. And he's holding the mask. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think the original has better details on his robe. But overall, I do like this one better because he's holding the mask, which looks awesome. But I have to find mine. I know I have it in my collection somewhere. If I could find it, I'll show you guys side by side what I'm talking about. Or if not, I'll just later show a picture of one that I can find online somewhere. But I really like the details on the original's robe. It just looks really cool. But here's the backside. I don't know if I shared it already, but there's the card. But that's basically all the pops from this set. And you guys know what time it is now. We're going to turn the camera on and get a closer look. Here's a look at our Funko NFT set from Game of Thrones. We have Jaime Lannister with the gold hand. Then we have the many-faced Arya Stark, as well as Jaqen H'ghar with the mask. The Hound beyond the wall. Then we have Daenerys Targaryen with the egg, as well as Jon Snow as a wildling. So all of these look incredible. But of course, we will not get a better look until we get them all out of the box. So let's go and get to the magic in 3, 2, 1. And they're out. Here we have a close look at all the pops out of the boxes. First one is a Jaime Lannister with the gold hand. Definitely an awesome looking pop. I love the finish on the armor as well as the hand. Really cool. Over here we have the many-faced Arya Stark. Absolutely love Arya, one of the coolest characters in the show. But I definitely do think we could have had a different character instead, because I have to say, this one's just not as exciting as the other Arya pops out there, especially the Emerald City Comic Con one. I think that one's still much better than this one. And then over here we have the Jaqen H'ghar with the mask, and this one is a cool pop for sure. And I have to admit, it's better than the original one that we have of him, but it's so similar to it. Instead of holding the staff, he is holding the mask. So I think this one could have been something that we would have had a different character we have not seen instead, just like Arya, but it's still a lot better than the original. Over here we have the Hound Beyond the Wall. Who does not love the Hound? He is awesome. This pop's definitely a big upgrade compared to the original, so I'm happy with this one. But I just wish they had the coloring correct, because you guys can see brown instead of red. But he's awesome. Let me go ahead and share the original Hound and Jack and Pops for you guys to see over here. Let me know if you guys think we could have had different characters instead, or if you guys do believe these two look much better than the original Pops. Next one was the Grail Daenerys. Awesome looking pop over here. Definitely the best Daenerys pop now in my opinion. I think. I have to go double check my collection, but I think this one looks fantastic. Holding the egg, it's awesome. Then over here we have Jon Snow as a wildling, which was the royalty in the set. Unfortunately, no Freddy Funko. I would have loved just, even if it was Freddy Funko as Jon Snow, which probably would have been the best choice. I just want to put a Freddy Funko head on this, because honestly, I would have been so excited to finally own a Game of Thrones Freddy Funko, because I unfortunately don't have the two original ones. They're way out of my price range. Maybe one day I could get the Night King one, or was it White Walker? I don't remember. But the Lannister one is way out of my league. I could never probably get that one. So would have been exciting to finally own a Game of Thrones Freddy. I do want to point out the piece count. So as always, the sticker is not correct on the actual amount of what was out there. So Jon Snow right here, the sticker says 4,500. But guess what? Almost 1,500 were not redeemed, as you guys can see right here. Final redemption counts. So big difference than what you guys see on the sticker. So one of the most important things, whether you're selling, trading, buying, do your research and check the actual counts out there, because it's much lower than what the actual sticker says most of the time. So that is all I have to say for you guys and show. So let's go and get those 360 spins. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of physical pops from the Game of Thrones Funko NFT set? I think Funko did an amazing job with the set. Overall, my only complaints is one, all of the characters in the set already had Funko Pops, and there's still so many characters from the show that we have yet to see in pop form. And then the other thing, we did not have a Freddy Funko for both the Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon set, which I do believe it's probably a licensing issue. I'm also really excited to see the House of the Dragon physical pops when those come in a few months. Unfortunately, with that set, I'm already a little disappointed with what has happened by Funko. So basically, if you guys have not heard, they have a common wave of a second set for House of the Dragon releasing, and they have a Viserys as well as an Aemon, which did have physical NFT redemptions. And those two that they have in the common wave have chases, and those chases are almost identical to the NFTs. So it's a little disappointing seeing that, especially when it comes to the Aemon, who is a glow-in-the-dark chase, and it looks a little better than the NFT. So that kind of disappoints me, because seeing that Funko did that, it's just kind of destroying the whole point of the Funko NFTs, which is pretty much expensive. A lot of us spend hundreds and thousands to collect these, and the whole point of it is the limited piece counts and just adding something so cool to the collection that you cannot get anywhere else. But Funko's going against that. So they did it with the Ranger Slayer from Power Rangers, and they did it again with the House of the Dragon. I'm really hoping they don't do it again, but you know what? It's Funko, and they can do anything. We just don't know what they'll do. For all I know, they might do another Foghorn Leghorn pop just without the hawk. So honestly, it's Funko. I don't know what they're gonna do in the future, but it just kind of makes me unhappy because, like I said, a lot of us spend hundreds and thousands on these. Now, for example, the Ranger Slayer, who's gonna want to pay $50 to $75 for the physical NFT pop when they could just pre-order a glow in the dark, which is almost identical to it. I think it's like a specialty exclusive X previews or something, but you know what I'm talking about. So who's going to want to pay $50, $75 when they could get something almost identical, which glows in the dark, which probably looks cooler, for $15? So yes, I know it's still limited. It's still an NFT exclusive, but now it's just not as exciting when there's something so similar to it out there that's much easier to afford and find. So that's just my only take on it, and I know a lot of people do agree with that. And at the end of the day, I'm still happy with those pops because they are all in my collection, including the Ranger Slayer and all the House of the Dragon pops. I'll still be keeping them. I'll probably, knowing myself, try to get the chases to go with my NFTs as well. So I'm just giving examples of what a lot of people are upset with right now with the Funko NFTs. But other than that, I'm still very excited to see what other sets will be coming out in the future. The next set we have is Power Rangers Mighty Morphins, the movie, and honestly, for that drop, I will get like maybe 10, 12 packs to open up on this channel. But only thing I want from that set is the Freddy Funko as Ooze, which I cannot wait for. I cannot wait to open up those packs and see if we can complete that royalty set. But that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys like to see in the future for Funko NFT sets. I have said it many times. SpongeBob SquarePants, please, Funko, drop. If you guys watch this video, make it happen. I am really hoping for that. Looney Tunes was one of my top wants, and I actually did request for it. And by now, you guys probably know I have requested for SpongeBob as well. On their site, you could request for specific drops for Funko NFTs or even just regular drops. You could just go on their site and recommend future pops you'd like to see in the future, and I did that for digital, and it happened with Looney Tunes. So I'm really hoping it happens with SpongeBob as well. So just in case you guys didn't know you could do that, you could actually do that on their site, and it does not have to be a recommendation for digital pops. You could do it any way you want. I think you could even do like sodas, anything really. So it's exciting to be able to do that, and then if it actually happens, which I pretty much recommended all the ones they did for the Looney Tunes. So that's all I want to say today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys like to see the next videos. Thank you all for watching, and peace.